Hello there and welcome to this episode of the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I'm Alan Waddell, along with the Athletics Director of Southeastern Louisiana University, Mr. Bart Belaires, and we're here on top of the parking garage behind Strawberry Stadium. As you can see behind us, Alumni Field and Pat Keneally Diamond, as the Southeastern baseball team will open their 2013 season this weekend. And Bart, JRT's always puts a good product on the field.
Yeah, he's got a great program going on. Not only do they win, but their kids graduate, they get involved with the community, they do fantastic things. And what a great venue. We were just talking about it. Well, I think we've led the Southland Conference in attendance for several years now, and it's just people love to come out. There's a lot of festivities, but it's a beautiful venue.
And one thing, I don't know if you can tell behind us, but we've talked about it the last few weeks, there's been some upgrades. You know, they put the big brick fence behind that really enclosed the stadium, brick and iron fence, and also a new backstop netting that is as good as anywhere in the country. So right here, come out this weekend as your Lions will battle UT Martin right here at Alumni Field this weekend in their first opening weekend of 2013. Sticking kind of with the Diamond, our softball program opened up this past weekend, and man, did they have an impressive performance. They dropped their opener, but then win 3 in a row in shutout fashion. That's a great start for Coach Pinglang.
Yeah, and you look at it, there's 28 innings played, and I think our opponents have only scored in 2 innings, and that was on a controversial call, or they may not have scored in one of those innings and may not have lost at all. So very impressive. The first weekend last year, we were 0-6 after that tournament. Now we've got a 3-1 start. The momentum's there. I love the bats, the foot speed. I think they've got pitching is great, obviously, and I think they've got a lot of potential to have a great year, Alan.
And this weekend as well, they'll be back in action as another Lion Classic. Last weekend was a Lion Classic presented by Jimmy Johns, but now it's another Lion Classic right here on campus this weekend at North Oak Park, and it seems like the weather's going to cooperate. And we've got a lot of schools on campus, and I know that's great exposure for our university.
Oh, it is, and I think every time Pete wins, now he's 3-1, you might see a Lion Classic 3 next time. He's just going to keep having Lion Classics. I don't blame him. That's a competitive spirit, but you're right. I think there's a lot of people that are coming out there. It's also a great venue, and we really are excited about everybody coming in town and seeing Southeastern. It's good for the university.
Another program that's really got off to a very fast start already this year is Coach Jason Hayes and his tennis program.
Amazing.
They're off to a blazing start. We thought they had a chance to be pretty good this year, and they're proving it on the court.
Well, he really went out and he's admitted, he said, you know, I got a little complacent in my recruiting, and I said, Jason, if you're going to do it at this level, the head coach has got to go out there and sell the program. You see it in Ron Roberts football, you see it with JRTs in baseball, and Jason really went out and has got some great players, and they're very good. They're loaded for bear.
Also coming up this weekend is some basketball games with Coach Jim Yarbrough's team and Coach Laura Davis-Jones. And you know, Coach Yarbrough has done a fantastic job this year. I think the way the season started, could have let that thing get away from him, but he has rallied in the Southland Conference, sitting at 7-4 in conference play, and a great opportunity to make that conference tournament.
Jim's a real team player. You know, we came into this and we had some budget cuts because of the deficit in the state, and Jim said, you know what, if I need to pick up the slack, I will, and he's already doing his part. But every time he goes out and plays a Florida, a Marquette and stuff, it just brings money for the whole athletic department. So yes, you're right. He started off with a little bit of a misleading record, so to speak, and his team has been very resilient, and I think those games have actually been a real positive because, you know, after you play Florida, who do you get nervous about, you know? And so he's done a real good job, and I tell you, they're 4th in the conference right now and have a chance to really do well in the tournament.
All right, I got to ask you, are you ready for this week? And I know it's going to be very busy. You're going to be bouncing all over the place. You got baseball at home, you got the Lion Classic over at North Oak Park, and you got home basketball. It's going to be all kind of athletics going on.
We got a great staff, and I talked to them about stuff, and I'm afraid to come up with any more suggestions because they're growling right now, but we'll be all over the place. So will you all, and I really appreciate everybody making these kind of events happening, but it's a special weekend for us here.
So come on out to Southeastern Louisiana University this weekend. It doesn't matter what you want to see. You can see every sport right here on campus this weekend. As we're going to take a break, we come back, we'll bring you all the action right here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies and make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
You're a dancer?
I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Aaron Rodgers got his. How about you?
Count on Stan Johnson and Hammond for the discounts you deserve.
Okay, guys, this kick is for the win. Labels out.
Here we go.
Wait, what?
Our proximity to the field creates a parallel connection between the bottle and the ball.
The outward-facing label simulates a smoother contact surface for the kicker.
It's like magic, only real.
Really?
Yeah.
Bud Light, for the fans who knew whatever it takes.